A Malayali by birth who has eventually grown into one of the best actresses. Well, she's stunning, she's sensuous, she's gorgeous, she's Parvati Nair and also fondly known as Paro amongst all our friends. Welcome to Dilse Nights with me, and I'm in the company of a very special, gorgeous guest, Parvati. Thank you so much for joining with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. Dubaiil aaletti appo nere ningalku vendi Dilse FM studios ilekku jangal ingotu ksenichu. Parvati, you've just been growing. Life has just been so colorful for you. Tell me, I want to touch upon everything that's happened in your life. But tell me, how did it all start? Let's just backtrack and let's start from there. How did it all begin?
First of all, it was a nice intro, nice hearing from a very pretty girl herself.
Yeah.
So backtrack, goes back to us knowing each other.
We know each other, I think, from at least 2014, 15, many years ago.
I think a good 10 years.
Easily. Annu mudal innum ingane thanneyaanu aalikkannathu oru maacham illa. Female mammootties had the house. No, but honestly, tell me. So, tell me about your work. Tell me, how did it all begin for you? I know the movie Poppins. I know about all of that. But ennalum, in terms of your journey, tell me how it began.
So I did my schooling here in Abu Dhabi, and I was studying engineering after that.
And you also worked as an engineer?
I didn't work. I just interned. That was a part of college.
Okay.
So after that, I'm so Bhagyatana fourth year, when you're studying itself, I had the option to work. So I figured that it's not my cup of tea. I'm I ran from it. But it was sort of under pressure. I was not very passionate to study engineering, not for any other reason, but I knew technical thing is not my forte at all. I think probably at around, I don't know, when I was 15 or something, I did my first ad, and I did a few media stuff and everything. I did some small show, and a few things were happening which probably made me like the camera and everything a bit, but I never expected to be an actor at all, whatsoever. Pakshe I would say the opportunities are the one that came by itself. It's not like I went looking for it. So verumba you're more try dalo, what is it like, kind of thing. I didn't have an extreme passion like a lot of people say, enikku an actress avanamairunnu angane. Maybe because I was also quite lazy, or not lazy. I thought it's a lot of hard work. Kore veil poi ninnu, I'm I don't think I'm cut out for that. Pakshe eventually it happened that something came up and I felt like trying. The first shoot was a few hours shoot. A Poppins was a few hours of shoot. It's not even a day. So Angana, there was one more called D Company where I did one segment in the lead actor that with Jay Surya. So he's one of my first co-actors. So Adum, it was that starting phase, one day shoot. One day shoot, but you're a part of a movie because you are the lead of that one segment of an anthology. So, but that gave me that, it was fun. It was I remember him being so funny, and I was it was a very fun set. I was oh, the kollalo, it's a very fun thing. No, maybe it came in. Followed by next few offers, some of which I didn't want to do. I rejected the Korean films, hits. Some movies I think I chose right, but I was always very confused. Is this what I want to do? Is the cheer no? And I was very confused. But somewhere I realized when I was planning to do higher studies, because I was engineering and that, but I want to do an MBA and all that kind of thing. At a point when I had done some projects, and I was very confused in that, but I'm okay, let me go to an MBA and do something, start my own thing. That was that was in my head.
So basically, from an engineer to an actress who wanted to be doing her MBA, here we have the biggest actress with us, who's worked with the best of the best stars. You name it, she's probably worked with them across industries in the South and even beyond.
Dilse Night.
Welcome back. This is Shanu Suresh, and I'm in the company of a gorgeous guest, Parvati Nair. Well, she's an actress, she's a model, she's an influencer. Angane neenda kidakkana titles, and we're very happy to have her with us on the show. So the conversations are continuing. We were just talking about Paro's journey. She was supposed to do her MBA, and then what sort of changed, and what sort of brought you into this?
So I had that thought from the start, like, let me divert from technical. I was looking at, say, colleges and how to prepare. And oru background study nadakumbam, I suddenly got calls for a couple of movies in Tamil. One was Kamal sir's movie called Uttama Villain, and one was in the next few months, I got a call for Yenne Irundhalthona, Tamil movie with Ajit, and which was directed by Gautam Menon. So this suddenly came up. I was in Bangalore.
Big names are ചെറിയ പേരൊന്നുമല്ല.
So I'm saying that is what diverted my journey to acting as a full-time actor rather, because I was still in this experimental zone, and I'm like, okay, there's time, let me figure what to do other. It was not career oriented. At this point, I'm like, I think there's some calling. In there is reason under why is this happening? Because I thought it's fake. I thought the call is fake. Taro pretending saying they're from Raj Kamal office, but it really happened to be true. Wow. And I have no clue. I didn't have a manager. I didn't have anyone distributing my pictures, nothing. And then back then, like imagine 9 years back, there's hardly any social media or Instagram.
I know exactly
so no
what
one's
it
selecting
means.
you from there either. So our point, them finding me somehow, me getting calls for back-to-back these kind of movies. So in one, I played like a school girl in Kamal Hassan's film. It was a very cute young role. The other one, had two sides. One, past and present, and a variation, a negative touch, good touch, bad touch. Like, completely.
As an actor,
you get to play this cute little kid in one film. I was pairing Kamal sir's son in the movie, so we were kids in the movie. And right after that, I'm shooting for a movie where I was pairing Arun Vijay and Yenne Irundhal, where in the start it's a proper love thing, and then it goes to a very like vengeance, negative thing. And that movie got me a lot of nominations, awards, etc. So, and that became one of the biggest Tamil hits. At that point, it was one of the biggest hits ever. So I was a part of that film.
I remember the posters of that film. I was really happy to see her back then. So so then that's how your journey
started. So then I thought, like, there is something to it. Like, why am I here? So every time I think of where in Dilinchia, because I'll come back to this, because last year, so we go through ups and downs. Like we go through phases of being so busy, ഭയങ്കര ഇതായിരിക്കും, പിന്നെ ഭയങ്കര ലോ ആയിരിക്കും, പിന്നെ നമ്മൾ ചില പ്രോജക്ട്സിന് വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഒന്നും എടുക്കാതിരിക്കും. That happened to me. I waited for 3 years for a big project which didn't happen, and I was saying no to everything else in Tamil. Suddenly that was not happening, and I was like, oh my god. I'm like, ini acting venda. So I was like, okay, തിരിച്ച് പണ്ട് വിചാരിച്ച ഫാഷൻ ബിസിനസ്, ഫാഷൻ ഡിസൈനർ ആയിട്ടൊക്കെ എന്തെങ്കിലും പുതിയതായിട്ട് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാമെന്നൊക്കെ thought about it, was going to start, and suddenly the movie I'm working with, which is a Vijay's film, came up right then. We're shooting for it. Shooting is going on.
This why decided
that was last year end.
Okay.
It happened last year end, but last year was a time where വേറെ ലാംഗ്വേജ് ചെയ്തിരുന്നു, പക്ഷെങ്കിൽ തമിഴില് 3 വർഷമായിട്ട് I had not done anything, and some of 2 of my really nice projects had not yet released. So I'm like, cheeta nalla cinema release avunilla. What is happening? I'm like, this is not meant for me. Where in then nokkam. Hangane verumbo suddenly they're like, I get a call from Venkat Prabhu saying, we would like to cast you for Parvati 16. I'm like, what? I'm like, that was an Ajit movie back then. Now it's a Vijay film right here.
Wow, like we're going through different shades of Paro as an actor, as a human being, as a person in this industry, and bearing it all.
Dilse Night.
From being an engineer to becoming one of the top most actresses we have today, I'm in company with Parvati Nair right here on Dilse Nights on 90.8 Dilse FM. Paro, welcome back again. നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ ഓരോ കോൺവെർസേഷൻ പാറുത്തിൻ്റെ ലൈഫിൻ്റെ ഓരോ ലേയേഴ്സ് ഇങ്ങനെ അൺകവർ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ ഇടയിലാണ് ഞങ്ങളിപ്പോൾ. സോ പാറു, യു ഡിഡ് പോപ്പിൻസ് ഇൻ 2012, റൈറ്റ്? അതിനുശേഷം ഒരുപാട് സിനിമകളിൽ ചെയ്തു. അറ്റ്ലീസ്റ്റ് ഒരു 20-30 ഫിലിംസ് ഈസിലി?
20, 30 illennu thonnu. But yeah, maybe about 20 if you, I mean, if you consider Poppins and ellam. Poppins ഒക്കെ ഒരു ദിവസം ഷൂട്ട് ചെയ്താണ്. It's like a movie.
It is a movie അല്ലേ? കാരണം പോപ്പിൻസിനകത്ത് like I don't think people will forget you.
Okay, so yeah, so if we consider anthologies, guest episodes, yes, maybe like
easily more than 20 films. Appo you know ee oru point in your career, when you look back at your, you know, the person who was in 2012, what is the lesson that you have learned and what is the message you'd like to tell your younger self?
Oh my god, ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുള്ള questions വന്നു തുടങ്ങി. ഇതുവരെ like it was all very casual.
Yeah, but this is just like
the heartbeat
കൂടിയോ അല്ല like ഒരു message ഉണ്ടാവില്ലേ, like, you know, to your younger self, you know, when you turn സാരമില്ലടാ. Yeah, so tell me.
അങ്ങനെ മെസ്സേജസ് ഉള്ളൂ. ഒരു മെസ്സേജ് അതാണ് കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ.
Number 1. Let's start.
I think when you I mean, I've learned like both the things. When you have an opportunity, ഏത് ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി ആണെങ്കിലും it's nice to be prepared and make the best of it. ചിലപ്പോൾ തോന്നിയിട്ടുണ്ട് ഞാൻ ചിലപ്പം എല്ലാ ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റീസും ബെസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് യൂസ് ചെയ്തില്ലായിരിക്കും എന്നൊരു ഫീലിംഗ്. സോ ബിക്കോസ് you know, movies are also about what do you say, like for example you're the people you meet, you work, there are, especially in Malayalam, like there are teams of people, there are groups of people, they work constantly together. അപ്പം ചില ആൾക്കാർ അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഞാൻ ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പിലും അങ്ങനെ ഇല്ല. So I'm like, so the thing is അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ഉള്ളപ്പം I think people like they come together, they actually they put an effort to be in touch with people, to talk to people. ഈ അടുത്തൊരു മൂവി ഇത് ഞാൻ അങ്ങനെ ഒരിക്കലും ലൈഫിൽ സംസാരിച്ചിട്ടില്ല, ഓർ നെവർ ടോൾഡ് എനിബഡി, വെദർ ഇറ്റ്സ് ഒരു ആക്ടർ ഫ്രണ്ട് ആണെങ്കിലോ ഡയറക്ടർ ഫ്രണ്ട് ആണെങ്കിലോ, ലൈക്ക് മേ ബി ഐ സ്റ്റാർട്ടഡ് ആൻഡ് ദേ സ്റ്റാർട്ടഡ് അറ്റ് ദ സെയിം ടൈം, ബട്ട് ഐ കുഡ് നെവർ ടെൽ ദം ലൈക്ക് എന്നെ ഒരു മൂവിയിൽ എടുക്കുക അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നെക്സ്റ്റ് മൂവിയിൽ തിങ്ക് ഓഫ് മീ. ഒരു ഫോർ മീ അത് ഇറ്റ്സ് നോട്ട് ഈഗോ, പക്ഷേ I just couldn't ever, like I can't ask for favors to anybody. I think are
you a Scorpio?
No, I'm a Sagittarius. Close.
Okay, my best friend Sagittarius. I know what you mean. Yes, continue.
So that became very difficult. But with over time you realize, even if it's a Rajni sir, he calls up and tells people like, macha, like next movie cheyyanam, like whatever, or you know, I really like your
even
previous,
with, you know, big actors like Mammootty,
exactly. Correct. Yeah. So there is nothing like, you're not going down by any standards. Just by showing your interest or asking for your work or exploring. പക്ഷേ എനിക്ക് ഒരിക്കലും ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. So I realized maybe if I was like that, like ever in touch also, because suddenly if I see someone like, oh that movie is nice, or I'm oh you existed, ഒരിക്കലും like they'll be like you never spoke after, and you know അങ്ങനെ. So it's out of sight is also out of mind, and എല്ലാവർക്കും everybody knows a lot of people, right? Suddenly when we think of someone we connect, like how we connected
on the top of your mind,
though we know each other for so long, every day we don't think of connecting. Last time when I came to Dubai also, like maybe it wouldn't have clicked that we could
I think last time you came to Bangalore, I think
that like we couldn't catch up and all that. Appam so I think it is important to be very alert and not be out of sight. Other, I mean, career wise it's a good, I mean it's a good advice, so I would have given that to myself. പക്ഷേ അന്ന് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തപ്പം on the other side ഞാനും അത് casual ആയിട്ടാണ് എടുത്തത്. I'm like I just want to enjoy this journey. I was not like, I didn't have an agenda to be like ഞാനൊരു like number 1 paid actor ആയിരിക്കണം, number 1 star ആയിരിക്കണം, ഇത്ര awards കിട്ടണം. There was no agenda. So in a way I was enjoying the journey, but also today I feel I could have done so much more. So I mean you can still do more. It's a good, that's the beauty of this.
You just have your whole life ahead of
correct,
you.
yeah. I mean it's never too late, because you can always do so much more. പക്ഷേ maybe കുറേ opportunities വന്നപ്പം അത് എക്സ്പ്ലോർ ചെയ്ത് യൂട്ടിലൈസ് ചെയ്യാത്തത് ഒരു, like I should have asked, just seeing the script like ഇല്ല I don't think I want to do this. പക്ഷേ അത് like you need to take a proper narration. What if പുതിയ ടീം ആണെങ്കിലും sometimes you end up making a huge hit. അല്ലേ, അങ്ങനെ ഞാൻ കുറച്ച് സിനിമ മിസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ചെറിയ ടീംസ് വന്നിട്ട് ഇന്ന് ആ ഡയറക്ടർ, the guy who has done Arjun Reddy and Animal എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ സിനിമയൊക്കെ ചെയ്ത his first choice was
Arjun
me.
Reddy, Tamil or Hindi?
Arjun Reddy, which came in Telugu,
Okay.
and he did Kabir Singh in Hindi. He did Animal Ipam. I'm saying, for example, when he did his first film and എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് ചോദിച്ചപ്പോൾ ഒരു പുതിയ ടീമായിരുന്നു. അന്നത്തെ ഹീറോ വിജയ് ദേവർകൊണ്ട is today one of the biggest stars. The director is a huge director. പക്ഷെ അന്ന് വന്നപ്പം seeing the script, I'm like, ഇതിലൊന്നും സ്പെഷ്യാലിറ്റി ഇല്ലല്ലോ, ഒരു routine college story.
So basically ഇതിനകത്ത് നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ നമ്മുടെ ടേക്ക് അവേ, അതായത് when something comes in front of you, treat it as an opportunity, don't just judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
And
you never know who has so much immense talent among ഒരു newcomer too.
So that's what. So don't judge a book by its cover. And hey, our show is just getting started. Stay tuned to Dilse Nights with me, Shanu, and Paro, only on 90.8 Dilse FM.
Dilse Night.
Welcome back. This is Shanu Suresh in the company and in conversation with a gorgeous girl, Parvati Nair. Let's just call her Paro, how all of us call her. So Paro, is Paro single? Is Paro dating? Is Paro looking? Paro is hot property. Let's go to that.
Can we delete this segment?
No, we are definitely not deleting it. Tell us the gup. Tell us this. Give us the sauce. Oh, no, I know her personally as a friend, so you can tell what... I know what's happening in her life, but you can tell the people what you want to tell them. So, Paro is single, what's Paro's situation like? Paro is happy in her work life.
I want the audience to guess.
Okay.
എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് കുറേ സംസാരിക്കുന്ന ഈ ഒരു സെഗ്മെന്റ് മാത്രമൊന്നും സംസാരിക്കാനില്ല.
So, well...
Finally, Paro is quiet. You managed to do it.
Finally, Paro is quieter. No, we won't leave. So, if Paro has to have... So, I'm assuming Paro is single. But Paro, if she wants to be with a man, what is her dream man like? Like, everybody is... Many guys have Paro as her dream, as their dream. But what is your dream man?
ഡ്രീം മാൻ അങ്ങനെ ചോദിച്ചാൽ അതൊരു ഡ്രീമാണ്.
ശരിക്കും പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു ഡ്രീം, റിയാലിറ്റിയിലേക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവരാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു ഡ്രീം പറയൂ.
ബിക്കോസ് എല്ലാത്തിലും ഭയങ്കര എക്സ്പെക്ടേഷൻ. Like I'm a person with very high expectations.
Which is good. You set your standards high.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. So but eventually, it is also about, you know, your heart likes something and you don't know why. So eventually when you like someone, you actually don't know the reason why. Like you can say ഇത് കാരണമായിരിക്കാം, അതും ആയിരിക്കാം, ഇതും ഒരു റീസൺ ആവാം, പക്ഷേ actually you might not really know. It could be a combination, but there could be another reason apart from all that. So that's what I think. So you don't really go by this ഇങ്ങനെ ആയിരിക്കണം, കാണാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ അങ്ങനെ.
But looks are important.
Looks are important definitely for me, but the looks I think differ, you know, from person to person. What is good looks for me could be different for you, could be different for that person or this person. Same way, like I'm sure everybody doesn't find me the same. Some of them will be like, oh, like pretty in the tonam. Some will be like, ayo, bhayangara like ക്ഷീണമാണോ മെലിഞ്ഞാണോ. Some people might think അങ്ങനെ അത് പോരാ ഇത് പോരാ. Like
അടുത്ത വണ്ടി പിടിച്ചിട്ട്
ഓരോരുത്തർക്കും ഐ മീൻ നാട്ടിൽ തന്നെ ചില സിനിമ like when I'm like sometimes they're like പക്ഷെ കാണാൻ ഒരു ട്രഡീഷണൽ ലുക്ക് ഇല്ല, ലൈക്ക് അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പറയും. So they'll be like ഒരു കുറച്ചൊരു
ഇൻസ്റ്റഗ്രാം എടുത്ത് നോക്കിയാൽ മതി, അവിടെ ട്രഡീഷണൽ, അവിടെ ഹോട്ട് ഗേൾ, അവിടെ ബ്യൂട്ടിഫുൾ ഗേൾ, അവിടെ പ്രിറ്റി ഗേൾ, സെൻഷ്വൽ ഗേൾ, എല്ലാ അവതാരം കാണാൻ പറ്റും. So if Paro had to, what is the craziest thing somebody has done for you?
Oh my God, a lot of questions ആണല്ലോ ഈ സെഗ്മെന്റ്, ഭയങ്കര ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട്.
Which is the craziest thing somebody has done for you in love?
In love, craziest thing
or the most memorable? You can use the skip button. You can use the skip button if you want to skip, but I suggest you tell.
No, to be very honest, I find it difficult to compare different things, because something as big as throwing one flashy surprise party for me, which has happened like very unexpected, and you know, with some favorite people showing up, and that also has happened, to something like, you know, someone just getting me homemade food if I don't have.
When you least expect
Even
it,
if least expect, when I don't have a maid, food illennu arnju, like we take like, oh please കഴിക്കുന്നു പറഞ്ഞ കുറച്ച് food feed ചെയ്യുന്നു.
That's so sweet.
How can you compare these? Like you can't. I mean, of course, this is like
It's
really
just the
sweet,
thought, right?
Yeah. The other one, I mean, the other one is also a lot of effort. I think both has thought and effort. Both are doing their thing in their way. So I think everybody's love language is very different. So it's
Have
very.
you read the book?
I haven't read the book,
of love.
but I realized with experience that love language is very different for different people. So it's so wrong. Nammalippam iyal china correct aana, iyal china tettana vanna it's wrong. If to say that or comment, because namakkoru ishtam kaanum. Okay, like you like something, whatever, but maybe that's not that person's way of expressing. But them realizing it and trying to be that is even more special.
Okay, wait. Now she's getting into the serious part of it. I'm coming back into the fun part of it. What's the craziest thing a fan has done for you?
Okay, it's getting better.
Yeah, what's the craziest thing a fan has done for you?
I remember like one of the really sweet fans, oru Malayali fan thanne. Like there are few incidents, but this one thing I can recollect is comes from a Gulf country, not UAE, but another Gulf country, to Chennai, knowing I was there, and then reaching out, and because he's been a dedicated fan, running some page, and talking for so long, I knew it's a nice person and makes an effort to come down to meet me and get some really like nice, I mean, stuff
Basically
and all
just
that,
the
which is very
presence.
very difficult to honestly accept those gifts or whatever. And imagine this was a person who just finished like very young, probably just out of college, because most fans are usually around that age.
Yeah.
So because they have the time to also be fans of people, because once they are older, they're also busy in their life. So yeah, I think that was then there was someone who came from Kannur to Cochin again, like on a bike with some painting, handmade painting of mine.
Sweet.
So I think everything where you do, where there's effort and where there's thought, is
That's
sweet.
what matters. അങ്ങനെ നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ കുഴപ്പിക്കുന്ന ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ചോദിച്ചിട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ ഓരോ ലേയേഴ്സ് ഇങ്ങനെ പീൽ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. Don't you go anywhere because it's just getting even better.
ഞാൻ onion-ആണോ?
Right now, yes.
Dilse Night.
Welcome back. This is Shanu Suresh, and we're just having a lot of fun on Dilse Nights with me and Paro, only on 90.8 Dilse FM. അപ്പോൾ പാറോയുടെ അടുത്ത് ഇങ്ങനെ കുഴപ്പിക്കുന്ന ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് നിങ്ങളിങ്ങനെ ചോദിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. പക്ഷെ അതിൽ നിന്ന് കുറച്ച് മാറി പാറോ ഇവിടെ ഇപ്പോൾ കുറച്ച് സീരിയസ് ആവാം, ഒരു 5 minutes ബ്രീതർ തരാം. ഓക്കെ, പാറോ ഇവിടെ ജോയൽക്കാസിൻ്റെ ഒരു ഇവൻറ്റിന് വേണ്ടി ഒരു ഷൂട്ടിന് വേണ്ടി വന്നതാണ്. അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ ഇങ്ങോട്ടേക്ക് വിളിച്ചത്. സോ പാറോ, ആസ് വി ജസ്റ്റ് സ്പോക്ക് ഓൾസോ ഏർലിയർ, 9th വരെ ദുബായ് UAE പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്, റൈറ്റ്? യു സ്റ്റഡിഡ് ഇൻ our own. What is Dubai to you?
Home. like really home. I'll tell you what, it's the place, and not just place, it's also the people. People എന്ന് പറയുമ്പം, even the Indians who studied with me, ഒരു ഭയങ്കര വ്യത്യാസം. Because ഞാൻ 10th തിരിച്ച് നാട്ടിൽ പോയതുകൊണ്ട്, I studied in a very popular school there and everything for 3 years. The world of difference that I saw, which അവർ കേട്ട് എന്നെ തല്ലിക്കൊല്ലും, പക്ഷേ UAE ആൾക്കാർക്ക് ചിലപ്പോൾ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടായിരിക്കും. അല്ല, സത്യം പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ I feel like people here are so, like, they have a nice heart and they're so naive, and there's innocence. I mean, people ഇവിടെ വളർന്നവര്. I know about people who studied there and came for work.
I think India sort of makes you like, India നമ്മളെ ഒരു kind of hustling. It just helps you hustle, അല്ലേ?
Correct. Because maybe that's how
you become street smart in a place like India.
Exactly. That's not what I was, or people who studied with me were, because even now the same Abu Dhabi classmates, we have a group. They're the same, and I bumped into them last time. ഇങ്ങനെ ഇപ്പം ഇതിന് മറ്റേ എക്സിബിഷൻ വരുമ്പോഴോ the festival വരുമ്പോഴോ, whatever it is, they're still the same. They still talk the same way. They're all like damn sweet, and the connect I have with them, you know, that level of innocence and connect is not there, and people are so much there for each other. Like എല്ലാവരും വീട്ടിൽ പോവും, like, you know, you're there for each other, you bring each other food. അതൊക്കെ ലൈക്ക് ഐ വാസ് ലിറ്ററലി ഈറ്റിംഗ് എന്നും വേറെ ആരുടെയും ഫുഡ്. പക്ഷെ നാട്ടില് ഐ ഹാർഡ്ലി റിമെമ്പർ ദാറ്റ്, യു നോ, ലൈക്ക്.
So like ഇപ്പോൾ ചെന്നൈയിലാണ് താമസിക്കുന്നത്. Then you were in Kerala for a bit. You were in Chennai. You were in Dubai.
Yes.
Out of all the cities that you've lived in, which is home for you, or where do you connect with to a place called home?
You mean among Chennai and
Yeah, ഈ
Bangalore?
താമസിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ നിന്ന് എവിടെയാണ്
Including
home?
UAE?
Yeah,
UAE, of course.
UAE completely.
That's probably because of childhood memories and you know because of the friendship that was really strong Anna, or the friends and everything. Then I studied in Manipal, which is again home for me, like though it was a briefer period of time, a brief college time matra, but again I was very close to those people Anna. And yeah, Bangalore is also home because it's also sweet.
So basically,
in its own way.
every taamischalum, she makes there are sweet people around her because of course she's very sweet. She's just been the same way throughout all these years. There's been no change. But now talking about all these years, right? You've worked with Kamal Hassan there, in that production, and then you've worked with Ajit. You're going to work with Vijay. You've worked with Mohanlal. ഇത്രയും അധികം ആക്ടേഴ്സിൻ്റെ കൂടെ വർക്ക് ചെയ്തപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ മറ്റൊരു കുഴപ്പിക്കുന്ന ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിക്കാൻ പോവാം. ആരാണ് ഫേവറേറ്റ്?
Dilse Night.